Don't be worried, Wiko isn't showing up with 7 new phones here on the IFA in Berlin. It's just these 3 here. These are the color versions you have in mind, please. But let's start with the products. That's the View XL and the View Prime. Let's first start with the things all have in common. That's that aluminum backside here, top and bottom, that's plastic. And especially look at that font, that's 18 by 9 or 1 by 2. So meaning it's double the height than width, and you see very tiny bezels here. So Wiko is telling me that they come up with 82% ratio of display and phone size overall. That would be great. Here we are at 5.7 inch Full HD. All do have Full HD. Difference here is 8, but I'm coming to that a little bit later. I told you we are with the common things, and so all have that fingerprint sensor on the backside, but a little bit bad, it's no Wi-Fi AC. Okay, you don't have NFC. Also, in some countries like mine here in Germany, for example, it's totally off. Forget about the NFC, nothing you can do with it, so no problem. Wi-Fi AC might be a little bit, but wait for the price like always. Or let me start with this one here, 199. Like always, German prices including 19% tax here in Europe, but may vary of course depending on your country. It's coming at the beginning of September. So 199 for us is an okay price for Snapdragon 425 processor, meaning we have 4 cores, 1.4 gigahertz, and especially you have 3 GB of RAM, that's a lot, and 32 GB internal memory. Expandable, of course, and like always, you know that, or you might know, for example, from Wiko, that they have always dual SIM hybrid slots, so you have to choose between if you have a second nano SIM or a micro SD card to expand your memory. Nevertheless, you have the choice here, and it's Android 7.1 on all these new Wikos. So that's the Wiko View, like I told you, 199 beginning of September. And with that, let's come to the View XL, and like the name is already telling you, it's the big brother. So here you have a 6-inch display, also Full HD, and the only other difference is that you have 3000 instead of 2900 milliamps. All right, I know what you're thinking. 6-inch display, Full HD, 3000 milliamps might be a little bit short, but on the other hand, we have Android 7, and you know there have been done a lot of changes, especially concerning security and battery runtime, so power management. So let's wait for the test how this is doing if you come through the day with that. So wait with the buying, I'd say, wait for the final review with this, but we have to see. I'm not quite sure how this one is doing. On the other hand, this is only 229 euro, like always, including tax. Remind that. Beginning on mid of September coming the View XL, and especially it's very lightweight, 171 grams for a 6-incher. So that's kind of a nice. On the other hand, you have to be a little bit aware that you have it's nevertheless unibody aluminum on the backside. Yes, but should be a little bit careful, I think. But for that price, 229, you can't expect a premium high all over aluminum unibody, whatever. So that's a compromise, of course. And with that, let's come to the premium model called View Prime. Difference here is you have also 3000 milliamps, but like I told you on the beginning, that 5.7-inch screen of the basic model. So here the ratio is definitely a bit better. You have a 16 megapixels camera on the backside instead of 13 over here, and a dual front camera you can see here instead of that 16 megapixels on the basis models, and that one has a 20 megapixel sensor and an 8 megapixel sensor. That makes sense because one is wide angle, the other is not. So in case you have, or let me show you, that's the easiest way. That's me, by the way. Greetings from Berlin, from the IFA. That's the regular situation you will have on selfies. So it's just you, a little bit of the background, then you have 20 megapixels, and that viewing angle is totally okay. But in case you have a group of people, or one for whatever reason a little bit more wide angle, then you can, no, that's the standard standard. I'm sorry. That's the standard. That's my fault, and that's the wide angle situation. Difference is, in wide angle situation, you have the 8 megapixels front camera only, but you see a little bit maybe here these, it's a little bit curved, the edges like a pillow a little bit, because you have that wide angle, fisheye something almost. So that's the difference. So you will use this only if you have to, because of the pure resolution and that fisheye effect. If you don't need it, you can go with 20 megapixels, and the regular viewing angle here, absolutely okay for a single person, like you can see here, and you do not have that, a little bit incorrect here from the lenses, you know what I mean. Sorry, I do not know the English term for that, but I have made clear the point, I hope so at least. That's the difference. You have that dual front camera, we have 16 instead of 13 megapixels. All of them don't have an optical image stabilizer, not also the view prime, just electronically. But here the price is still moderate with 269 euro, coming at the beginning of October. Last thing you should know, on the back side you have that fingerprint sensor, but it's not only for unlocking the phone. You can do kind of whatever you want to. You have 5 fingers you can scan in, and then maybe, for example, with this one, dial the X or your boss or whoever, or start an app. You can totally do with the fingerprint sensor what you want to, and especially on selfies, not only on this prime model here, on all of the new views, you can use it as the trigger, as shooting the photo, and that's especially on selfies. It's way easier, in my opinion, than grabbing here touch point or whatever, and it's dropping out of your hand or whatever. So this is an intelligent one, a good solution. Yeah, well, like I told you, that's a little bit complicated. Sorry for that. So let me repeat. That's the View Prime 269 beginning of October, the View XL mid-September 229, and the standard, the basic View, coming now these days, beginning of September, 199. Last but not least, last chance, 2 more. This is the Tommy 2 Plus and the Tommy 2. 5-inch, 5.5 inch, both have 720p, but wait for the price. That's 99 euro recommended retail price at the end of September, and this also at the end of September for 149. 5 colors, 6 colors, so that's something I don't have much space here to show you all the colors. But last of all, when we are talking about colors, look at this red here. I love this color, especially that dark blue or whatever they call it. Very interesting. Okay, no, these gold and black, and that's standard. So I love to have a little bit choice on the colors. But now that's really enough from the IFA and the Wiko booth here in Berlin. Thanks for watching. Please be so kind to rate this video. Maybe you even leave us up, and especially your opinion in the comments. Thanks for that in advance. Take care and bye.